one.
Okay, so once you completely disassembled all of them, your kind of workstation should look a little like this. All right. And like I said, keep things organized from left to right, and then have a whole nother workstation up here for the clean stuff. Okay. So the next thing you're gonna do is just open all 4 of these replenishment kits, and it's handy to have a pair of scissors or something around so you don't take forever doing this. But you just want to pull these items out one by one, feel in here to make sure you're not gonna cut off, you know, like or cut whatever thing you're gonna take out of here. And you just go ahead and open these guys up and just start to lay things out in the order that you're taking things out from left to right or from right to left. It doesn't really matter. Did you do that trash can over yours? Tossing shit. Yeah.
So are we just gonna replacing the washers?
No. Well,
I mean the gaskets.
no. It's all this stuff.
Oh, everything.
There's a whole bunch of shit in it. So. Try to throw away as much as you can so you don't have a bunch of stuff floating around on the table that you don't need. All right. And then once you've taken all this stuff out, then you're gonna know what you can toss from the old stuff and what you're gonna keep. All right. So you do that. So as you can see, we have a spring. So we're gonna toss the spring away. We have a black and a green rubber gasket, so we're gonna toss those. Damn, bro, you suck at being cameraman, fool. Oh my god. So you toss these joints. All right. Then we have one of these little guys here too, so we're just gonna toss this also, right? And then all that should be left is essentially the metal pieces. Okay. So then, once you have the new stuff set out and you have the old stuff here, then the next thing I'm gonna do is clean this stuff. And I had a little plastic cup around that I wanted to use for just that. What I like to do is just have a couple plastic cups around and fill them up with some petroleum ether. Preferably you would want 4, one for each set of metal things, right? Because these are all small things, so I wouldn't risk doing this with a rag or a paper towel, because as soon as you lose one of these pieces, and if we don't happen to have them, then it's like a 3 or 4 week lead time from the Netherlands, and it's a big deal, and like Walker gets mad and stuff, so you don't want to do it. So I just pour up in here, toss basically all the stuff in here, right? Just kind of swish it around a little bit, okay? And then when I take it out, I dry it with a paper towel very, very carefully, all right? So that, or dry it and wipe it off with a paper towel so that I don't lose anything. All right, so the very first thing, little copper guy. All right, you just want to go through and be as meticulous as you can with this stuff. All right, do that, clean, 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 right, as best as you can. Be careful because some of this stuff is sharp. And again, only petroleum ether is to be used to clean any of this stuff. Alright. And once you're done, just set it back. Just keep it pushing. Alright. And we do this basically for all of the items that were left over after you started throwing things away that you were going to replace. Alright, just do that. Make sure it's as clean as you can get it. Alright. Start to set these things back. And some of these things have a bunch of little perforations, a bunch of little holes in them. Alright, so you're done cleaning the exterior of them, put them up to some light and make sure none of the holes are blocked. And if they are, then you're gonna need to get a needle and like clean that stuff too. All right. once you get down to the smaller pieces, you need to be pretty careful because, like I said, the second you lose one of these, you either need to spend a whole bunch of time looking for them, or order them from the Netherlands, from DH or Sterling or whatever they might be called if they go bankrupt again. And that just takes a whole lot of time. This is probably the piece you need to be the most careful with. And you should be using gloves for this whole thing. Okay, boom. So then once you're done with that, just keep them all together and just do that for all 4 of them. And then once you're done with that, you can go ahead and you're probably going to need another wrench where you can take this stuff apart and clean all this too, but I won't show that because you don't need to be as meticulous about cleaning this part as you do this part. Okay, and then you just go ahead and do that for all 4 of the replenishment valves. So we're just going to pause the video or stop the video here, and then we'll come back when all this stuff is clean and all the things are laid out.